just like kind of bump it and it'll get knocked over and it will fucking shatter. And I'm like, what? Why?
Just don't know your own strength. Yeah.
I am backhanding it.
I thought you were going to be like, every time I throw a glass, it breaks.
Yeah. Which is a regular. Every time I chuck a glass in anger at the wall, it breaks. I don't get it.
Always breaks.
The weirdest thing. Hey, guys.
Hi, we can swear, right?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
It like literally just occurred to me now. I was like, I could get a beer for this.
You could. Go ahead.
Nah, I'd have to turn my camera off because I'm wearing pajama bottoms.
So is like 80% of the world right now.
I know, but the whole vibe doesn't make sense. And now I revealed it to everyone on the thing. I you know what? I have a sticker I can put up.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll do this old man like.
Exactly.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay,
now the government can't
then.
watch you.
This is more unsettling.
Somehow, yes.
Yeah.
It looks like a weird like ghost smiley face.
I was gonna say it's got the Rorschach mask sort of feeling to it. Oh no, Alyssa's one of the Watchmen.
I am.
But who's watching her?
Oh no. There she is.
Probably a bajillion people on this stream because they heard I was on it, right? Oh my
god. Peach is over in the Twitch chat yelling for Barger.
Hey, Peach.
Yeah.
What's going on, Peach?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bringing Eric back to some good familiar faces and some good friends that we haven't interacted with in a good while.
Yes, I haven't seen
the chat.
a ton of people from Sacramento in.
You know,
Earlier you said like long time no see, and you were like, I was like, what are you talking about? Like I just talked to you the other night, and then I realized like, oh, I watched a stream. So you didn't know.
Oh yeah, La is asking the question that I was going to ask too. Barringer, where the fuck is the knit cap, yo? What?
Yeah, I have an extra one if you need it, Cory.
Oh, I can actually wear a knit cap. Hold on.
Get that beanie
Right,
action.
more for me.
Oh, it's caps on caps.
Yeah.
There
My
we
mom
go.
made this.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
There we go.
That is
My
one.
mom
Okay.
will be very happy
Yeah.
to see this.
Now
My
I think.
mom didn't make mine, but this is an heirloom beanie. This is my dead dad's beanie.
Oh wow. I mean, I was about to give you guys shit now for where is your pom poms, but I guess I can't.
We started the trend.
I mean,
Yeah, this is just an arms race now.
yeah.
Like, what other accoutrements can we add?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you afraid of mutually assured warmth? What are we?
Yes, I am worried about that.
I don't think a pom pom affects the warmth of the beanie in any way whatsoever.
It affects the warmth in my heart.
Warmth
So,
of the vibes, vibe
Yeah.
warmth.
yeah.
Makes sense.
It's all aura right there.
It looks, dude. It looks good, Cory. You look like you're gonna tailgate. But you're gonna be like, I'm taking my mask off. I'm gonna be in the parking lot. Go Broncos.
My mom tried to make it in Sharks colors, but it ended up a little more like Oilers.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. But
Sure.
my mom fucked up basically. With colors. That's what I ended up with.
That's all right. You've still got the look like anybody can pull into a Tim Hortons parking lot and find you there. So
This is not a cap. This is a toque right now. It's a toque.
Oh, hey there, Cory. Hey. Hey, you getting a cruller, Cory? Huh? Yeah? We gonna go watch the Jets and the Sens, huh, Cory? You got Oh, that was a weak Canadian, but you know what? Aren't they all? Boom! Sing! Eat it, Canada!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my God! God. Oh my God. You didn't tell me there was going to be murders on this stream. Whoa.
Holy shit!
Stop, silly fucking Canucks.
Hot damn.
Wow. Stop the stream!
That's the joke of the night. Someone call the cops.
It's too cold up there. They can't handle these hot takes. Get out of here. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I still do this show. Hey, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we'll let people still trickle in for a little bit. How did everyone like the material? How'd all that go?
I was good with it. I mean, no major complaints apart from the, just the general complaint that is stab prompts.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the layers of it or the stages of it where there's, the first is like, I'm excited to do stab. And then you get the prompts and you're like, fuck, I hate writing for stab. And then you get through it and you're like, I like this. I kind of like this. And then you forget about it for a while and you're like, I'll do stab again, sure. And then it all comes back around.
Yeah.
Really truly a peek behind the curtain.
It's the 4 stages of stab. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
But I was happy with it. They're fun and silly. So.
Well, that's always what I like to hear. I've been meaning to send out a comment card, but I just hadn't gotten around to it.
My material's definitely going to do better than the time I bombed the moth.
That's all you can hope for.
That's all I can hope. That's all I ever hope for. I'm like, oh God, I hope this set doesn't go like the time I bombed the moth. And then all these NPR nerds felt bad for me.
What was the story that was so bad they didn't even get you into the actual meat of the show?
Well, it wasn't.
I mean,
that
you don't
it was
have to do the whole thing. Just the gist.
It was just a lot of. I talked about some drunk drama from my early 20s.
Okay.
All right. Sounds interesting.
Not for the
Apparently, yeah.
They didn't like it. They gave me like a 7.2, which at the Moth is very bad.
Oh.
Wait, so there's ratings with it? I didn't realize. I mean, I guess I don't know a whole lot about the behind the scenes for the Moth. I didn't realize they rated stuff.
Well,
Really
when
fucked up.
I did it, they had a bunch
Before they gave you their grade, did they all pull up a card that says your grade?
They were like, it was in like a
I'd be down for
full. It was like in a full theater, like a big theater. I think it was in the Howard Theater, and it was like there were judges, but you didn't know like who they were and where they were. But the whole thing was sponsored by like the NPR station, so I was just like, all these they didn't like it. The only person they didn't like. They liked less than me was the person who just straight up did a stand-up set and didn't even try to do like an actual story. They were really like boo, but like everybody who got high like marks were all the ones that were just like all their stories like kind of ended with like, and that's how I met my beautiful wife and that's my great. And I'm like, I don't have a beautiful wife. I don't have kids. What am I going to talk about? Drunk drama? I guess that's all I have.
Well, I could see the NPR crowd not really relating to that. It's just...
Yeah.
Well...
It was drama.
I got wine drunk at a fundraiser. That's about as much as they can relate, I think.
Well, glad we just drove away all of the NPR people on
Yeah,
the stream
we don't
right
want
now.
them here.
One time,
No, I want you here.
One time
back.
Jesse and I did a improv show with handheld mics that we had to pass back and forth to each other as we were doing improv, and it was like this weird like medical group, and for some reason as we were walking in they were like taking pictures of everybody as if it was a red carpet.
Oh,
But they're all doctors.
yeah, they had some sort of like movie awards theme or something for their annual get together or something. Yeah, basically any corporate gigs in general, not ideal. Corporate improv gigs, oh Lord, no. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, they barely understand comedy as it is. Try and explain long-form improv comedy to an...
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what always cracks me up is like you see the cliche of like improvisers having to explain at the top of the show what you're about to see has never been done before. Like for people who are even mildly adjacent to comedy, it's like that feels redundant. Why are they telling them that? And then the fact is they need to tell them that because people do not know what that is, and that is so sad.
I just love that over in the chat too. Lara's saying she might have booked that show for us.
Nope, it
They
was
do pay,
my
like,
mom and
filthy
dad.
money.
Oh, that was your mom and dad
it's like-
Yeah, they do pay a lot. Okay, so that was your mom and dad. She booked a lot of those corporate gigs though, and they were all terrible.
I mean, it's terrible, but they're like, is $100 okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
Let me check with my manager. Yeah, it's fine.
Truly a peek behind the curtain right now. You guys ever wanted to know how this works?
That's more than most improvisers make in their entire improv career. So.
Wow.
All right, 11 after. Yep, that sounds about right. You guys ready to get going?
Yeah.
Let's do this show.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours ago, Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live studio audience in a show called Stab.
This is the Stab Show. Welcome to it. Let's meet tonight's panelists. Our first panelist wistfully remembers a time when you could just punch a can of clam chowder without it being all political. He's a co-host of 6 O'Clock Dad Rock Talk. It's Cory Barringer. Our second panelist makes balloon sculptures of slightly smaller balloons. He's a hilarious writer, improviser, and performer. It's Eric Barger. And our third panelist can take the sunshine, sprinkle it with dew, and then just sit there and watch it writhe in agony. She's the host of A Cry for Yelp and the Summer Camp Show. It's Alyssa Cowan. And I'm your host, Jesse Jones, the flavor you've always loved with just a hint of something new and exciting. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are. Lockdown resumes in less than 4 hours here in Sacramento. So let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Get to know tonight's panelists a little bit while you've still got some good hoarding time left. Cory, hey there. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm feeling nice and full from a quickly gorged dinner between shows. We finished 6 O'Clock Dad Rock Talk tonight, and then I crammed to try to finish some of this nonsense, and feeling good about it. Yeah.
Nonsense is always a high compliment for the show. Yeah, so we've covered it. You come on enough that we've covered 6 O'Clock Dad Rock Talk, but let's act like this is somebody's first experience.
Because it could be.
They dropped
you don't
in.
know. Yeah, I host the show with Court Hansen, and we talk about Dad Rock. Sometimes we have a guest. They've been some fairly high-profile ones recently. We had the founding bassist of the Byrds. We had Chris Hillman on. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And tonight we just had a fantastic photographer, Jay. Was it Wakesberg? I feel horrible that I just forgot his last name.
Hold on. I think I can pull it up real
It was
quick.
something with a bird.
Blakesburg.
Blakesburg, that's what it is. I pretty much went from work to the show. So, like, my brain is not all there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. The dude has been involved with just literal legends of rock. I mean, going down his whole credits, like he did the photos for Santana's Supernatural album.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that features Smooth.
Yes. And like so many others, like a bunch of Primus, lots of Grateful Dead. Yeah, cool guy. So that's the kind of stuff we do on the show, and we have fun with it.
Yeah. And that's Thursdays at 6 p.m. here on Stab Comedy Theater TV. Hey, why not check out stabcomedytheater.com for the full calendar of events? Thanks for tuning in.
And sweet merchandise. Don't forget that sweet merchandise.
Yeah. My hoodie's over there, otherwise I'd model it for you. I like to be cold when I do the show.
Makes you funny.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us again, Eric. Cory, thank you. I'm sorry, I was getting to Eric. Eric Barger, holy cows.
Holy cows.
Hey there.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. This is my first time doing Stab.
It
I'm
is.
very excited.
We're happy to have you. Haven't seen Eric in a good long while, especially folk here in Sacramento. Remember Eric Barger? You guys went down to L.A. how many years ago now?
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Just before Trump got elected.
Yeah, that was a perfect time. Well, when is there ever a good time to go to L.A.? Frankly, there isn't. There's never a good time.
Honestly, I mean, I'll say, if you get into like if you find the right place in LA, everybody thinks LA is like disgusting or too bougie, but there's actually a lot of normal people here.
Yeah, there are. I mean, most of the normal people are floundering because they're not egomaniacs who think that they belong there and they've been called for some higher purpose. Most of the regular person.
Shots fired. Pew pew pew.
Hey, I was down there for 6 years myself. It's a terrible, soulless place, except for the cool people. No.
Well, happy to be here.
No, there's a lot of good people there. It's a lot of fun. It's just an industry town. It's like I've heard it accurately compared to like Pittsburgh. It's an industry town. It's very specifically built for one very specific industry, and so that's what people are. They're mining the ore of ego in Hollywood.
So poetic.
And in Pittsburgh, they're looking for stardom in steel.
Yeah. So many reality show pitches out in the pit. Thanks for joining us.
Is that what they call it?
I mean,
Do they call it the pit?
I'm sure some do. I don't have a lot of Pittsburgh.
It's like an awful.
I didn't know if that was just like a thing that like people from outside think they call it that. Like whenever you meet someone from Atlanta and you're like, "How's it in Atlanta?" and they're like, "Get the fuck out of my face." Wondered if it was like one of those.
Yeah, probably the same way that everybody in the Bay loves to hear it called San Fran.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who calls it that.
Exactly. There you go.
Or like I don't think people don't normally call it Frisco either. If someone calls it Frisco, I'm immediately suspicious.
That's fair.
What are you saying?
Well, thank you, Eric. We've already moved over to Alyssa, but let's finish talking. Thank you, Eric. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey.
Welcome
Just
back.
Bantering on the show.
That's how we
What's up?
do. It's loosey-goosey. Thanks for joining us again, Alyssa.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts of fun stuff going all the time, and you keep threatening me with more. Not this weekend, next weekend, there's a camp Christmas show. We got something lined up there?
We are having a summer camp show. There will be Christmas and holiday things in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that it's necessarily a Christmas show.
Sure.
So if you don't celebrate it, you're welcome to come to the show. Everyone's welcome. It's also very loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
So, Alyssa, why do you hate Christ?
Yeah. I don't really... Let's just get to it.
When did that happen?
Killed my dad. Bob Christ, the guy who owned the car dealership down the street, murdered my dad with a knife. So I hate Christ. Sorry, y'all. Ain't got no time for that.
What kind of cars does he sell? Chrysler.
Yeah, and Dodge, because it's the same manufacturer.
And he ran Alyssa's dad over with a Dodge, just to be ironic.
Yeah. Real bad rivalry they had.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Well, thanks, Alyssa. How about we all get out of our own way? Let's start with segment 1, mostly because it's at the top of my page. I've used that one. I hate myself. Segment 1. Reorganization. Take the following acronym and reimagine it. Who or what might it now represent? Yes, 8:20 is the traditional start of the show. How about you settle down? So, when searching for acronyms for reorganization, the two biggest employers of abbreviating things are NASA and text messaging. I just thought you'd like to know that. Tonight brings us another from the world of texting. This one being IBGYBG, or I'll be gone, you'll be gone. I've never heard that used, but I found it somewhere. I should stop stepping on my own things. How often is this used? That it requires a recognized acronym? Who knows? I just searched the internet for nonsense, not answers. So, instead of trying to figure out the whys of things, how about you just give me who or what else IBGYBG might stand for or represent to you. Cory Barringer, your IBGYBG.
So, as my wife can attest, I'm a pretty big fan of Canadian pop rock band Bare Naked Ladies.
Sure.
Sometimes a song of theirs will come on in the car and she'll skip it, and then I get very upset, and it is very real. So you can imagine how thrilled I was to come across a never-before-heard demo of their first attempt at children's music. Because of some legal nonsense, I can't play the whole thing here, but I can sing a little snippet for you, so here goes. It's been green, yellow, blue, and gray. As you can tell, it's a little rough. And it's not totally clear what they were really going for. I'm not sure precisely what had been all those colors, and the rest of the lyrics do very little to elaborate on it. The more I listen to it, I get the distinct impression that they believed all they had to do was add colors to a hit they already wrote, and that would somehow make it a children's record.
Well,
but you know what? It's still 100% B&L, and I am here for it.
Thank you, Cory Barringer. IBGYBG. It reminds me of I bothered Cameron and Alyssa a couple days ago with a weird cover of Owl City's Fireflies. That was just them ripping off their own tune to make a Christmas song.
Oh my God.
So it's still the same tune to Fireflies, but it's all Christmassy, and it blew my mind.
I'm big mad about how funny the Bare Naked Lady thing is. Big mad at how funny that is.
Don't worry, I'm gonna set the bar nice and low for you.
It's been green, yellow, blue, and green. Okay. Thank you, Cory. Eric, I'm sure you'll be fine.
All right.
We all believe in you. Eric Barger,
right.
What is your IBGYBG?
All right. IBGYBG stands for If Ben Goes, You Better Go. Now, obviously, we all know Ben. He's the coolest, okay? And if Ben goes, you better go. For instance, there's a party tonight, and you're not sure you're going to attend. But Ben, the cool kid who can drink a gallon of milk in 8 seconds, might show up. Your friend might text you, IBGYBG. Your high school football game is having your high school football team is having a big game tonight against your rivals. You have to study for a big test, but Ben, the cool kid who made his own fidget spinner out of the school's compost, might show up. IBGYBG. You're in the middle of class feeling like you have to poo. Ben, the cool kid who's really open about his uncontrollable IBS, stands up clutching his pants and sprints out of class. Well, in this case, that's a BWSYGG. Ben went, so you gotta go. IBGYBG. If Ben goes, you better go.
Thank you, Eric. Just sound advice.
Yup.
If Ben's gonna be there, it's probably gonna slap. Go to where Ben is. Thank you, Eric.
You gotta chase down Ben.
You gotta. Like, if you see Ben running, you run too. I mean, it's just sound advice. If you see anybody running, you should probably also run. But if Ben's running, it's probably to the bookmobile. I don't know.
Benmobile.
Thank you, Eric. Welcome to the show. Alyssa.
Right.
Let's hear the IBGYBG that you're really super stoked to deliver to us.
Hey, yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. So, hey, thanks for coming with me on the edition of Ghost Hunters based in Cooters Bog in Louisiana. We're out here trying to find all the ghosts in the wetlands. Who died here? Who were they? Why'd they do that? What's a bog, really? If nothing is considered a bog, then isn't everything considered a bog? Anyway, so back to Cooter. We're out here hunting ghosts, checking under rocks where they hide sometimes, keeping our ears peeled to see if we hear ooh noises. And what is the point of finding the ghosts? To help relay messages to their loved ones, to help them make peace with their time on Earth? No. Absolutely not. We didn't get into this business to help people. We're in the goddamn bog right now, dude. We are not doing this out of altruism. We got into the ghost hunting for the fame and the glory, and that's why I point to the sign that's taped up in our ghost hunting van. IBGYBG. If bog ghosts, you brag greatly. I'm telling everyone about the ghosts we talked to at Cooters Bog. I'm telling TV. I'm telling social media. I'm going to write a guest post on the Cooters Bog blog. This is our time to shine. Now get back out there into Cooter Bog and look for more ghosts.
There it is. Alyssa Cowan. It just seems like a missed opportunity. Why would the Cooters Bog blog just... It's the Cooters blog. I mean, we get it. Why... guy, come on.
Hey, man. I don't go to people's homes and tell them how to run their own blogs. I would never tell the Cooters Bog people that they should call it Cooters Blog.
It's right
That's
there.
rude.
It's just, I mean, somebody should have said something. Thank you, Alyssa. Cooters blog. Sorry, it's going to bother me all night. Segment 2, bootleg it. This worked the first time. We're going to give it a second try because that's how you know if it really works. It's bootlegging it. If something already works, why kill yourself trying to reinvent the wheel? Why not just change one note or a bandana color or something else that'll cover your ass with protective creative license enough to survive a lawsuit and bootleg it? So, take these world-renowned, successful properties and give us the $1 and give us one dollar store, flea market, bargain bin, knockoff, counterfeit, or bootleg version of each of them. I realize that sentence is very confusing, and I wish I'd realized that 2 days ago. But we've got 3 properties. You guys are each going to give me one bootleg, knockoff, something for each of them. You know what? I don't know how we did this last time. The 3 properties will be Pokemon, Carebears, and Star Trek. So we're going to start Pokemon, Carebears, Star Trek. Cory, give us your knockoff Pokemans.
Okay. So for Pokemon, which as we all know is short for Pocket Monsters, I found a bootleg called Crotch Critters. It's actually sort of a crossover card series since the Crotch Crits live in the pubes of Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh man. I would collect the shit out of that. You guys, someday I'll show you my Garbage Pail Kids collection. You will be very sad. I love it so much. Thank you, Crotch Crits. Eric.
Yes.
Let's hear your knockoff Pokemon.
All right. So, if you love Pokemon, then you're going to love our new animated series coming soon to Go 90 called Little Guys, featuring Little Squirty, the water tortoise, Little Fire Guy, the fire lizard, and Bulbasaur. And if you don't mind, I actually came across the brand new theme song for the hit bootleg series Little Guys.
Little Guys.
All right. I want to be really good, like no one ever has been. And if you think someone has been as good as I will be, I promise that they haven't. I will travel pretty far, searching with my binoculars, looking for little guys, because they are so spectacular. Little guys, it's you and me. Oh, I fucked up the chords. Little guys, it's you and me. I know it's my fate. Little guys, oh, you're my good friend, but you are not my best friend. Little guys, let's make it clear. We're friends, but we're not best friends. Cause my best friend, his name's Armand. Little guys, you will never come between me and Armand. Little guys.
It's so important to set boundaries with little guys.
Oh.
I mean, we're friends. We're friends. We're good friends. We're real good friends. You won't be an emergency contact, little guys.
We all know it's going to Armand.
Thank you, Eric. Alyssa, hey, what's your song for?
I don't have a song, but I can play ska from a soundboard. Would that help? These guys think it's great.
All right, what's your knockoff Pokemon? And if ska helps, I'm always there for it.
My knockoff Pokemon is Digimon. just kidding. I actually did write a thing though.
I'm so glad we came up with the same joke though, because I was seriously considered doing exactly what you did.
I was like, if I'm gonna hack it up in here, if I'm gonna be a dumb hack in here, I'm gonna at least provide another joke over ska music. Tell me if the mix is good. Is this okay? I don't want to do that.
That's
okay.
Right.
That's for the after party. I called mine Tiny Stirs, which is actually short for tiny monsters, because these are monsters that are already in your home, crawling through your stuff, and they fit in a Pokeball. That's right. This is a show about capturing spiders and keeping them. Wait. These guys are here for it.
So good to have your own laugh track. That's
yeah.
all right.
It's great. It would be better if I actually did like a legitimate one with my computer and not holding my phone up to a microphone.
Well, you have made me miss letter talk again. So, all right, coming back around. Second round of knockoffs. What's your knockoff Care Bears, Cory?
Okay, so this one's international.
Mm-hmm.
It's a French new wave cartoon called Apathy Tigre, which translates to Apathy Tigers. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. They're big cats, and they don't give a shit about anything.
They sound cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. And they chain smoke.
Man, they sound like Ben.
Yeah. Oh man, I would watch Apathy Tigers 22 minutes at a time. I would just give me 3 seasons and then disappear. But we still got those weird 3 seasons. Eric, your knockoff Care Bears.
All right. Well, if you like Care Bears, then you're gonna love the new toy coming. That's the. Never mind. That's the tagline. If you like Care Bears, then you're gonna love the new hot toy, ventricle mammals. The only stuffed animal with an human heart on the chest. Wind it up and watch it beat. But careful, if you don't wind it regularly, your mammal won't receive proper blood flow to his organs and he'll collapse. Ventricle mammals, coming soon to burn wards across America.
Oh, man. It's just those digipets that you just have to really... I forgot what they were called all of a sudden. The
Tamagotchi.
It's just those. It's a Tamagotchi that could die in front of you. You can't.
I had a Tamagotchi when I was a kid of of Toy Story.
Yeah.
And so like you had to watch like your favorite Toy Story characters like die. It's psychotic.
Teach you a lesson about responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
But this one you have to hand crank, or it will gasp. Die gasping in front of you. Oh, that's terrible.
So sad.
All right, Alyssa, your knockoff Care Bears.
This is a DVD I found at a gas station. It's
Sure.
called The Smile Boys, and it's a show following real life bears that were painted different colors. And it got canceled because too many people got eaten during the painting process. So. But there is one DVD of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Canceled in pre-production. That's tough.
Yeah. But still somehow released. It's very interesting. Yeah. Love's has everything. This is an advertisement for Love's Truck Stops. Go to them.
T&A rest stops. We've got everything. All right, and finally, our last bootlegs. Give us your bootleg Star Trek, Cory.
Okay, so kids love a mashup, right?
Sure.
And the only thing they love more than a mashup is unlicensed merchandise of a mashup. Yeah. So this is a T-shirt featuring everyone's favorite Scottish ogre on the bridge of the Enterprise with big stupid font that reads Star Shrek.
Oh. Alyssa, to TeePublic now.
I'm on it, boss. Let me open up Adobe Illustrator. Goodbye, everyone.
Printing money with Star Trek.
You know, I'm like 30% sure that exists.
I hope so. I didn't Google it on purpose because I didn't even want to have a reason to have to come up with a new bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to pretend it's my thought.
It just feels right. It's one of those things, I don't know if anybody else has this. Like, I'll say something, and then 5 minutes later, I'll think, has that always been a thing? That thing that I just said? Because that sounds like something that I remember from, Star Trek.
And a lot of times, probably yes.
Yeah. It's all that subconscious. Eric, your bootleg Star Treks.
All right. Well, if you like Star Trek, then you're going to love the new hot series, Space Go-Getters. Starring once American Idol contestant Kelly Pickler as Captain Kelly Picklard. Starring Gronk as the hyper-intelligent alien Spunk. And introducing Leo Kelly, known on Instagram as the Shirley Temple King, as Little Mikey the Ninja. Space Go-Getters, coming soon. Go 90.
I'm almost going to stop down the show to search Go 90. I don't know the reference that I'm missing.
Go 90 is, I believe, now extinct.
Oh. Get me all excited about
it. Boo.
Like, very...
Set us up for misery.
Like, basically just like a really worse Netflix before Netflix.
Okay.
So that's what it was.
All right. So it's very much along my obsession with Crackle. Hey, Crackle.
Yes. Yes. I saw a commercial for Crackle the other day, and I was like, really?
Yeah. We're still available, Crackle. You could have all this and more.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we should
Dude, a Crackle original?
Yeah. We want
That's hot.
nothing more than the Stab Show to be a Crackle original.
It'd be great if you could get the Crackle Show sponsored by Crackle, the candy.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck.
that's synergy right there.
Yo.
All right. Anybody that's got a line to Crackle, get on the phone. Alyssa, let's round out some bootlegging with your knockoff Star Treks.
Yeah, so this is a VHS I found in a pilot. And I found another one in a Sheets. Crazy luck. So it's called Star Truck. Instead of an exciting science fiction show that follows a crew on a spaceship, this show follows a single Chevy Silverado pickup truck as it aimlessly floats through space, desperate to prove to the other meteorites and shit flying around through space that it's more like a rock than they are.
Damn you. I mean, we're just printing money here. I could totally see Star Trek as just like an audio book, sort of an audio adventure that they have at those truck stops. You can get CDs of like audio adventures, and it's just it's a trucker in space fighting some alien fucks, just trying to get his haul across the Milky Way
before Christmas.
You guys have bastardized the truck story. You guys have gotten out of control. This was about a singular truck, and it has spiraled out to people, to goals, to challenges.
They told him he couldn't get it there in 12 parsecs. He'll show them motherfuckers just what this Silverado can do.
As soon as I get some space bennies.
Why would he be driving a Chevy Silverado and not a big rig?
It's your
Chevy
fault.
Silverado. It's a Chevy Silverado that's towing a big rig, because that's how much towing capacity.
How much torque? That much torque, motherfucker!
I can't believe I laughed at something like that hard at something that's so terribly false.
Yeah, but it would be in a commercial for a Silverado. There has to be a commercial for a Silverado towing some big rigs.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
That's not a thing.
Oh, this is so good. Segment 3, review it. All right, lots of fun. You know what? Tell for yourself in a second. You need to warn people about the terribleness of a thing. You need to celebrate and highlight the greatness of a thing. You need, for some reason, to just express general feelings about a thing. Review it. Tell the world your feelings about these specific things via the platform of these respective outlets. Pretty straightforward. Oh, well, speaking of our Silverado tangent, Cory, give us your car and driver review of a grilled cheese sandwich and a bowl of soup.
Okay. Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of requests on here lately to try something called grilled cheese and soup. And at first I was like, what? But then I was like, okay. So that's what we're going to review this week. I guess I should start by saying that as both a car and a driver, I'm kind of a tough critic. If something is going to satisfy not only my combustible engine, but also the human digestive tract I have molded to my interior, it's got to be pretty amazeballs. And I'm happy to report this dish was exactly what the mechanic ordered. It made me go yum yum and vroom vroom. If I'm being totally honest, the soup was a little too hot and fogged up my windshield. But to be fair, that is a me thing, since as I mentioned at the top of the video, I am a driver, but also a car. But the grilled cheese was perfect. And I didn't even mind getting crumbs everywhere while my glove box, which is also my mouth, was all like, om nom nom. So there you have it. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me what you thought of this episode on Twitter with the hashtag #CarPeopleHonkHonk.
All right. Well, for sure an angle I wasn't expecting. So
This is what happens when you ask me to say anything about cars.
I will file that away. More car talk for Cory. Thank you, Cory. Car and driver review of a grilled cheese sandwich and a bowl of soupas. Eric. All righty. Let's hear your TripAdvisor review for a bed and breakfast in Mordor.
Right. All right. So my husband Rothan and I were on this weekend getaway to get our minds off the fact that our son's severed head had been catapulted by orcs into the gates of Gondor. So we looked at this nice little B&B just at the base of Mount Doom that seemed to have good enough reviews. If the place wasn't great, at least we'd have some nice scenic areas to walk around, hopefully get some nice hikes nearby. So we booked a room. Big mistake. I should have known that it was a dud from the start. Right when we get there, we're presented with the stairs of Cirith Ungol just to get in. I explained calmly that my husband had a lobectomy last June due to his acute bronchitis, and he would never make it up those massive granite stairs. The attendant there, if I recall correctly, his name was Aguk, then explained with no regard for our well-being that we would have to go to the main gate of Mordor 15 miles away, and that we would have to wear cloaks that magically make us look like rocks to enter. So after an excruciatingly long journey on an uncomfortably large eagle to the gates of Mordor, we had to wait for 2 massive gray trolls to open the gates. When I calmly asked why it was taking so long, the attendant, I believe his name was Nargar, claimed that the trolls were on lunch and they would be back, quote, as soon as the light hit the eastern tower. Keep in mind that when we got there, the sun was barely reaching the southern tower. Absolute baloney. So after an unpleasant wait, we finally reach our B&B at the base of Mount Doom. Believe me when I say this place was a dump. Now, I'm generally not picky, and I'm really easygoing and super great and cool to get along with. Nobody's ever told me that, but I know that I am. But this was a step too far. First of all, from the moment we stepped in, it was like a sauna. I calmly explained that my husband was diagnosed with hypohidrosis last June, which means that he can't produce sweat normally and his body can't regulate its temperature in heat. But apparently there was no way to cool the room since the area under the ground was, quote, constantly on fire. So, as I have done several times on various trips, I decided to constantly pour water on my husband's head throughout the entire night. And even though I had put up the do not disturb sign, a giant red eye in a tower seemed to be constantly peeking in on us. Naturally, I closed the curtains, but the eye then penetrated my mind, and I felt as though I was in a weird, gray, windy world that existed on some plane between our world and his mind, far from 5-star accommodations. I calmly explained to the eye, keeping my unconscious hostage, that my husband was diagnosed last June with encopresis, also known as nocturnal diarrhea, and that if I wasn't there to put a cork inside of him, he would soil the pile of rocks we were sleeping on. The eye in the tower, if I recall correctly, his name was either Sauron or Kevin, simply turned me invisible, and I spent the night fighting off wraiths instead of tending to my husband's bowels. If you're looking for a nice place to stay, I would recommend going to Fangorn Forest and getting eaten by a tree before a place like this. Poor accommodations, terrible service, and the food was disgusting. Oh yeah, and they made us wear masks. 1 star.
Thank you, Eric. TripAdvisor review, B&B in Mordor. Out of everything, there's 2 points. I loved Always emphasizing how she calmly explained. Because that is the biggest keyword in any wonderful review for just shrilly shrieked. I calmly explained. Oh, God damn it. Wonderful. And also, Cory, you have a very comfy ghost behind you.
I love that there's been made mention of it in the chat.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, there was a Jacqueline sighting.
A fluffy ghost. It's not the kind you're gonna find in a bog. Call back. Boom.
I think it was more distracting that they were wearing the blanket.
Yeah.
I feel like
Perhaps.
the intention was very good, but
You're right. It didn't make it like more subtle.
yeah.
Oddly, if anything, it drew more attention to you. All right. Thank you, Eric. Alyssa. Okay, this is a long time coming. Let's hear your Angie's List review of Mr. Clean.
All right. So I was having a hard time keeping up with cleaning as a busy mom of 4 and also a high-powered staff attorney at a cereal company. I heard a lot of good things from my fellow high-powered staff attorneys about this Mr. Clean fellow. At first, I thought it would be weird to invite a strange man into my home. That's where my kids are. But also, I'm a busy lady, and Mr. Clean was suggested by the staff attorneys and Angie herself of Angie's List fame.
Well.
The Angie from this website where I'm leaving this review. So Mr. Clean showed up at my door in a box, which was weird, I guess, but overall, just fine. I placed him inside the house and assumed he'd just do his work. After 2 hours, he didn't even come out of the box yet. I have to get you out of the box myself, I thought. He was worse than all the delicious breakfast I work with all day at my high-powered staff attorney job at the cereal company. They always want to be let out of their box, too. I talked to my coworkers about it. My coworkers said that I, quote, misunderstood. That, quote, Mr. Clean is just a brand. He's not an actual guy. Well, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to sue Mr. Clean for not handling my cleaning by hand as I expected. And I'm only giving 2 out of 5 stars on Angie. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm only giving him 2 out of 5 Angies on this Angie's List review.
Yeah.
And the 2 he's getting are because he at least showed up to my house in nice packaging.
2 out of 5 Angie. For Alyssa's Angie's List review of Mr. Clean. Slack ass slackery slack. Get him out of his box. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll see what he says about it in court.
All right, segment 4, battle rapping it. Didn't do this specifically because Eric was on the show. Cory is also a very good battle rapper, and Alyssa's on the show too. You spit.
It's gonna be bad.
You spit hot fire. The hows and whys of how and why that is possible isn't important. Your spit, fiery hot. You use your weapons of lyrical flow and cutting observation to take down suckers and marks, respectively. So, melt the mic with your intense battle rap verses against the following foes. Cory Barringer, let's hear you take Goodwill down a peg.
Okay. Allow me to establish this as we begin. The premise of the bit is I'm your evil twin. Our mama had us both, but she only kept you because I bit her on the pussy while she was pushing me through. So you're the good will, and I'm the bad will. And I'ma school you like my name was Malcolm Gladwell. Because while you were sitting there with the willy all limp, I put 10,000 hours into being a pimp.
There it is. What more did you need? You didn't need a goddamn thing. Bad Will.
He's bad.
It was very bad. You don't bite your mom on the way out. That's bad, Bad Will.
It's rude.
I think everybody would
That's how
agree.
you get adopted, by someone else.
Oh, thank you, Cory. Battle rap and Goodwill. Eric Barger,
Yes.
your foe you are battle rapping a C+.
Okay. Got really abstract on this one. All right. I went a little crazy because I was really excited. I got a little beat. Here we go. Can you hear that beat?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, here we go. I was sitting at my desk when my test was returned. I look in horror at the grade that I earned. It was a C+. I said, teach, you gotta change this. She said, why? I said, C+ is the lamest. She looked at the test I had in my hand. She said, do you want a lower grade? I don't understand. I said, I'll explain, teach, because this is a must. About to go in hard on a C+. First of all, let me go into the shape of a C. It looks like a booty that is missing a cheek. I mean, what the fuck is up with that shape? It looks like the letter O got fucked by a J. And speaking of OJ, I never drink orange juice. It's too rich with vitamin C. And I hate the letter C, I prefer the letter D, so it's only carrot juice for me. And don't get me started on a plus sign. Mathematics is a joke, plus sign is the punchline. This stupid plus sign has got to go. You need two of them. Play tic-tac-toe. Honestly, a plus sign, what even is it? It looks like a T that isn't quite finished. When I'm adding up numbers, I don't want it in my vision. Call up Bell Biv DeVoe, I want new addition. C+, you're the very worst grade. If you were a person, you would never get laid, which is ironic because you're next to a D. But compared to you, a D would rather get with a B. Not 75, not 76, it's like a 79. It don't belong in the mix. A 79 straight couldn't be dumber. It's 10 digits higher than my favorite number. If I could go back in history, change the past and shit, you know that I would fucking kill Pythagoras. He made the worst mistake in history. He figured out a way to make even more C. Fuck you and the Pythagorean theorem. Fuck triangles, won't even get near them. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, C's the only square that I see in there. I'd also kill the guy who made the plus sign. His name was Robert Record, that's what it said online. He sucks. The plus sign's not good. It looks like a minus sign with morning wood. I hate a plus and I hate a C. I hate C's so much I won't even eat the candy. C and plus together a straight whack. Flip them to the right and you got yourself a ball sack. So I said, teach, that's why I hate this grade. It can be lower, but it's gotta change. So she gave me an F and I didn't pass. And now I gotta retake that class.
Eric Barger giving the shit to C+. Thank you, Eric.
Fuck a C+.
Fuck triangles. Don't want to get near them.
I won't even get near them. That's why I've never been to Egypt.
That's a bunch of big-ass triangles leaning against each other.
True.
All right, Eric. I do apologize, Alyssa.
It's fine.
I knew if nothing else, Eric was going to come hard in the battle rapping. So I'm sure you've got wonderfulness. You know what? We appreciate you very much, Alyssa. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Give us your battle rap.
I don't really rap very well. I listen to a lot of screamo.
Well, let's hear you.
So I basically just wrote a poem.
Yeah, that's basically what rapping is. Let's hear your poem.
Yeah, okay.
Against, or however you wanted to take it. Universal basic income.
It's against me, baby. My name is Alyssa, and I'm here to say that I like UBI in a fiscal policy way. UBI is a salary from the government just for being alive. It's a way to cancel poverty so people can thrive. Big ideas, man. I don't know if you're ready. Mom spaghetti. It's great if you want to switch jobs, do art or something academic, or maybe it's unsafe for you to work in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Like it's from a pterodactyl. Drop that cash from the sky on our heads in thick stacks like it's teepee that's triple ply. I know you won't believe it, but I'm not trying to be funny. Get off your ass, Congress. Start giving people money. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom spaghetti.
That's going to convince them.
Yeah. If nothing else will. Oh, God damn it. So
Mitch
good.
McConnell's in the Twitch chat, right?
I did invite him.
Oh,
Send him a text.
that was so good. Thank you, all of you. That was wonderful. I don't deserve you. That was battle rapping it. And finally, I know it's sad. I don't like it either. You know what? I'll whip up a segment 6 real quick. Let's just no. Then it's easy for me to whip it up. Then you guys would have to write it. No, that's not fair. Segment 6, or sorry, segment 5. Segment 5. Department of Tourism. Tourism, not the best racket to be involved in right now, sure, but things will change. People will go places, and you want your place to be the place that people go to. Your where has lots to offer the road-yearning traveler, so let them know all about it. As the new tourism director of the following places, let us know why we should want to come visit or live in the where you are. Cory Barringer, tell us why we should want to visit Cake-lahoma.
I want a tourist with a mind like a diamond. I want a tourist who knows what's best. And what's best is Cake-lahoma, the world's only city completely devoted to Sacramento's best alternative pop band, Cake. You might be thinking, they should just rename Sacramento Cake-lahoma. And while we definitely agree with you, sadly, Sacramento as a whole does not. That's why we had to build our city on a remote island some 80 miles offshore. But believe us, it's worth the distance. Feel like you're never there? You're never there? Well, stop feeling like that, silly, and come be there. And by there, we do mean Cake-lahoma. Mm-hmm. Cake-lahoma is not endorsed or supported in any capacity by the band Cake, both its members and associates.
Thank you, Cory Barringer. I knew there was a distinct possibility we could go in that direction. I could have gone either way.
Yep.
Either way was satisfying, though. You're never there. Go the distance to Cake-lahoma. All right. Cory Barringer. Where can folk enjoy more Cory outside a stab?
So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Hunky Cory. And of course, I do the weekly show here at Stab, 6 o'clock Dad Rock Talk, every Thursday at 6. That's pretty much it. And wherever else, I might pop up on the internet as far as shows, most likely another Stab show. Pickings are slim.
I mean, that's how I like it put. Thank you, Cory. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Well done. Always great. Eric Barger.
Yes.
I got distracted over here. Oh yeah. Department of Tourism. Eric. This was literally the first thing I wrote for this episode. Eric, make us want to come to But-Mooooom-ville.
All right. Are you looking for fun, adventure, a place that will make your children appreciate all those other great vacations you've taken them on? Well, then come to beautiful But-Mooooom-ville. In 1996, founder John Chunks was, according to the local stories, camping with his 2 children when his children began to complain about the location he had chosen for their annual vacation. He threw down a marshmallow in frustration and yelled, "I'll show you a bad vacation." And that's how But-Mooooom-ville was born. He vowed to make a city that was pretty adults, but absolute hell on earth for children. That way, any future vacation they took seemed like a paradise compared to this epicenter of everyday routine and monotony. Why don't you start out the day with a great family activity, like going to one of our many stunning parks? Our beautifully curated walking paths contain an informational plaque placed every 2 feet. Honestly, we have more informational plaques than we do trees. And don't worry, Mom. It's all text and no pictures. And the information on it is just watered down enough that you'll be able to enjoy it while your children stand 5 feet ahead of you, clenching their fists in rage that you're constantly stopping. And yes, we do have play equipment, but our genius city planners came up with the idea to equip each slide and swing set with an hornet's nest. Try feeling fancy-free while being attacked by angry hornets, kids. After a day of mild fun, why not try going to some of our quaint local shops? But hold on. I know what you're thinking. Kids can have fun shopping, right? Don't worry, we got you covered. To ensure that no child has an ounce of enjoyment, we've converted all of our stores to the place where childhood innocence goes to die, the Home Depot. That's right. Every single store is a Home Depot. We have malls filled with 30 different Home Depots. So you can sadly pretend like you're going to someday install that chandelier while your children look at the floor cleaners and wonder which one would kill them fastest if they drank it. But hold on, I know what you're thinking. Children can have fun at the garden center at Home Depot with those tiny little cactuses. Well, that's why our genius city planners equipped each and every Home Depot garden center with an active hornet's nest. Hey, those cactuses aren't the only thing that are gonna prick you, kids. Wow, a day of inhumane parenting sure can work up an appetite. Why don't you come to one of our award-winning local restaurants? One of our most popular restaurants was started by a celebrity that will excite you, but not your kids. It's celebrity somewhat chef Joey Fatone. He opened a charming little cafe called Olives and Alcohol. One thing a kid can't have, and one thing they won't. Even adults with a somewhat childlike spirit will have a tough time finding a good meal here. And yes, we do have a kids menu, but don't worry. Once your kids flip open, hopefully to that last page, they'll encounter nothing less than an active hornet's nest. Try ordering chicken nuggets on the wrong side of an aggressive stinger, little Mikey. So come on down to But-Mooooom-ville. Your children will leave with a renewed appreciation of literally anywhere in the world that is not this place. They'll also leave with a ton of hornet stings. So remember us next time your kids say, "But Mom."
Thank you, Eric. Eric Barger. But-Mooooom-ville. Eric, where can other folk enjoy Eric Barger on the onlines, mostly because they shouldn't see you in person right now? Oh, no. Oh. Come back, Eric. Oh, hold on. It's plug time, Eric. Come back.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait. You're almost back. We heard you for a second. You're going to make my editing of this episode a pain. Hold on.
He looks so serene and peaceful.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never find out what his Twitter account is.
Oh. Do we wait?
Here.
Oh.
Oh shit, we were supposed to tell him if his if his internet.
Oh no. Oh no, we lost Eric. Oh.
Oh no.
Come back. We'll get your
We
plugs.
hardly knew him.
Alyssa. Hold on. I have to. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hey. Oh, who's this? Oh no, it's the Grim Reaper. He's come to get us too.
No. But now I have to move everything around. Hold on.
Yeah, that's big drama, my dude.
Oh, heard him again. No, Eric goes there. Alyssa goes there. All right.
I'm so sorry.
There we go. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back.
My gosh. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. We got through the bit, so it's just plugs. That's fine. All of this will
Great.
be edited out later. Eric, where can people enjoy more Eric?
Great. You can find me on Instagram at It Electric, not It's Electric. If you go ahead and message It's Electric for me, tell her to give me her account name. And also, I will actually be releasing a comedy music album on December 22nd. It is called Party Animal, party songs by a guy you don't want at your party. And it is under the artist name EJB1, Eric James Barger I.
Nice.
And it'll be available wherever you listen to your music.
Holy shit. I didn't realize we got you in here just in time for a Christmas plug.
Wow, it's a Christmas miracle. Totally not a coincidence that I was coming on something where I knew I would have to plug something, so I forced myself to release something.
You know what? If that's actually what happened, I couldn't be happier that I forced you to finish a project. That's wonderful.
Oh, it's been finished. I've just been too nervous to put it out.
Oh, no. Everybody's going to love it. Thank you, Eric. Happy to have you. Good to see you. We'll have you back again real soon. Alyssa Cowan. Hi there.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Where, besides like constantly and always and everywhere, in such a wonderful way, that sounded bad at first. No. Everybody loves the Alyssa Cowan. Where can they get as much Alyssa as their belly can tolerate?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Alyssa Pants. I'm at alyssapants.com. That's my website. If you're looking for me on like Instagram, I don't have one, but follow Laugh Owens Laugh, because that's my comedy vehicle that I put all of my comedy things in to drive somewhere.
It's good to have a vehicle.
Yeah, so you could find Laugh Owens Laugh on all the things. I don't know, most of the things.
Sure. Well, and then next week, the 19th, a not strictly summer camp Christmas show.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. It's so good. Not BSing. I love the summer camp show so much. So, Alyssa, let's close us out here with the final Department of Tourism. I don't know if you read it the way I wrote it or the way I envisioned it, but make us
probably
make us want to come to the GUH Islands.
So I read it a little differently.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about this. Are you sure you want to travel? Oof, yowza, yikes. Oh, man. Well, if you decide you do want to leave your home, check out the GUH Islands. Here at the GUH Islands, we make sure that every situation you walk into is uncomfortable or challenging to the point of yowza or, oh, gee, I don't know. And every shirt we have for sale here has a neck hole that's just slightly too small. Awkward. You'll love when you arrive and your Lyft driver is the boss you hated 2 jobs ago, and he just wants to reminisce about work during the entire 45-minute ride to the hotel. If you're lucky, he might even say something racist. Yikes! Enjoy a nice meal in our Michelin-rated car tire-themed restaurant, where a couple sitting awkwardly close to you is breaking up and the waiter keeps looking at you and then at them and then at you and then at them as if to say, are you seeing this? Pretty crazy they're doing this so loud in public now, right? And enjoy your beach bungalow that happens to be right next to that friend you made angry who doesn't speak to you anymore. You'll love it at GUH Island. And you know our motto, when we ask you if you like it here, you'll say, yeah, it's good.
Oh, I'm so glad you read it that way. Oh, Stab is over. I hope you've got your rations. And remember, open the door for no one. Unless that someone is one of tonight's panelists. One more time for Cory Barringer, Eric Barger, and Alyssa Cowan. If you need some listen snack food for the next 3 weeks, why not ear nibble on the 244 other episodes of The Stab Show that you can find wherever you find podcasts, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or Podknife. Or, if it's that live personal connection you're craving, just be sure to join us here on Stab Comedy Theater TV every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for The Stab Show, loose and sassy, just like you like it. Thank you again for joining us tonight. I've been Jesse Jones, and you've been warned. Whatever happens next is on you, Jack. Good night. Thank you, guys. Oh,
Good times.
oh, so
It was
good.
fun.
So super good.
It was a hoot.
Oh, man.
And a half.
Man, did you tear the sleeves off of that while we were going here?
I flexed them off.
Just pop.
Oh,
Just this one.
damn.
I mean, really, now that I see it, I didn't think about it earlier, but now that I see it, any Tillamook shirt should have its sleeves ripped off. It's the only way I can see it now.
Does the body good.
I fucking Tillamook.
Now I want a Tillamook shirt.
I will fight a Cracker Barrel, bitch. What are we doing here? Get that weak craft
you guys
shit
have
out
a
of
wonderful night. I'm going to take off.
All right, see you, Cory.
Trails all.
That was so
Okay.
good. Let's make this screen anarchy. There we go. I'm not gonna fix it. We're gonna go. Thank you guys so much. So good.
Let it ride, baby.
Yeah. And thank you everybody for hanging out with us. That's the evening. Go ahead and check out stabcomedytheater.com for everything else that's going on. I'm doing 7 things at once. Let's get over here. Start that music. Get the goodbye slide up. We've got a lot of fun stuff tomorrow. Oh, all of our Christmas themed programming starts tomorrow with Rankinator. It's going to be a treat. You should check that out. And a very northern Christmas. Rankinator at 7. Very northern Christmas. Tabletop RPG sort of fun stuff at 8:30. And all the regular stuff. Check out the calendar. If you're on Twitch, scroll down. The upcoming week's events are right below. Let's find somewhere that I can send you that hopefully isn't just finishing like the last thing I did. How about Unexpected Productions? Are you guys still going? Hold on. Give me a second. I don't know. It's an ad. God damn it. We're going to try and send you over there anyway. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Go check out Unexpected Productions. It looks like some improv, assuming they're still going on. And I will see you tomorrow morning. All right. 1 second.
He's got shit to do. He's like, I got work at 10 p.m. I got to be at the office with the files and the papers.
No, wait. There it is. Okay. Bye, guys.